Okay, we are live with episode 94 of Nansen Office Hours. I've got the legend El Barto, who's back with me today after I'm not sure how long, but it feels quite long. You say, right, that you're the most appearances of any non-Nansen.
I just made that up. It felt right. I don't have any data to back it up, but I can count it.
It sounds right. To me,
It sounds right,
sounds right. Yeah. Okay, so today we're going to be covering various topics. We're trying to fit a lot in, so hopefully we can anyway. But we'll look at like Aptos bridge, some Aptos data. We now have that on portfolio as well because we've got the super fast team. We're going to look at Azuki Skateboards, and hopefully we can touch on those Reddit NFTs that everyone's talking about that I completely missed out on. So yeah, drop your GMs in the chat. Ask anything that you'd like. We can answer it if we can. Before we start, if you're new to Office Hours, every Wednesday we do Nansen and chill sessions, look at new features, answer any questions, hopefully provide alpha leaks. So yeah, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss anything. We've got Nansen Unsupervised this Friday, back again. And if you'd like to start using Nansen, you should find a link below so you can start your own on-chain exploration, because that's what this episode is about. So yeah, we cover crypto, NFTs, everything amazing. Check it out. And that is about it. So Alberto, if you are ready, if you want to share your screen, we'll start off with
I'm also
Aptos.
repping the Nansen green today. So
are you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't even have that.
Nice shirt. It's nice like when I run, because people can see me like very far away. And I need like the Kraken purple shirt, because like that one is like also like super bright. And so if anyone knows anyone at Kraken, I need a shirt.
Get you a t-shirt, yeah.
Yeah, give me a t-shirt. All right. So much to cover. Apparently there was an airdrop. I haven't heard about
what
that.
Airdrop? Yeah, a lot of airdrops now.
Yeah, a lot of airdrops. People talking about airdrops. So let's just start with hot contracts. One of the things that so people talk a lot about like airdrops and like trying to game airdrops and getting into airdrops, and there's like 6,000 Reddit Twitter threads about all this, all of which are just so long and you don't want to read them. So like, how would you actually look at this on chain, and how would you see like where people are allocating their money to the potential airdrop situation? So hot contracts is an very interesting way to do this, because you can just look at, okay, like over the last 7 days, where's USDC or like where's ETH flowing to? And so like, if we just do this right now, this is as of today, of right now, you can kind of see like, okay, GearBox, wrap stake pool, they had a liquidity mining program recently that has attracted like $7 million. And then you can obviously, you can go back in time to see, like 14 days ago, a contract that was launched. And so like, obviously we get to like this Aptos bridge. So like right away, if you just sort inflows 7 days, you can take a look at this Aptos bridge. And so like, what's funny is like, obviously like people don't have Alameda like money. So you have to consider like, how much, like you can't just like game everything. You can't just like go into every single airdrop, because like you just spread like $50 over a wide range of things. So the way that I sort of think about this is to like where to like allocate your money, or like where to allocate your time, really, because you could just spend all day like going to like pointless bridges. So here you had the LayerZero. There was like a rumor of a LayerZero token. And so if you just navigate to hot contracts, you see this comes up, Aptos bridge. And you can kind of see like, okay, well, who else is going in here? You can very easily do this by just USDC wallet profiler for token. There's also a way to do this in not hot contracts in token movements. We can show you that as well.
But by the way, Alberto, do you want a full screen Brave?
Oh yeah. Is this better?
Yes, that's much more helpful. Okay, perfect.
Oh, great. So this is very funny to me, because I think I tweeted about this, but if you look at like who's depositing USDC into this LayerZero bridge, if like you've used Nansen long enough, you can like garner from all these descriptions that these are just empty wallets. So like if you think about like how a wallet is classified, like if you make like one DEX trade, that's the only data point we have on a wallet. So that'll be like a DEX trade wallet, right? Or if you've only made one ETH transfer, there's really not much we can talk about this wallet. But like, so here you have like EIP 1559 user. So obviously like this person let's do this on Nansen portfolio. Obviously this person has made like one transaction or only made a few transactions. And like what you start to notice about this is that all of these transactions, like all of these depositors are new. Like, and why is like this is, well, there's a couple of reasons why this could be. Like, one, people are trying to like obfuscate or like just trying to hide who they are, so they don't want like people to know. Two, like they could be going for the airdrop. So like you figure like new wallet, maybe like in the past you've probably used LayerZero because you're probably like farming Stargate at some point. So like let's say you're farming Stargate, what was that, like 6 months ago? Like,
yeah, it would be. Yep.
Feels like 20 years ago in crypto time.
It does.
So yeah, you maybe already have been, with that address, you've already been using that. So you're covered essentially if you're going to get an airdrop. But what's funny about like these, you can kind of
if it would load.
Yeah.
If you refresh that.
If you go to Etherscan, like what you start to notice is like all of these wallets are like strangely funded by FTX. So this wallet has only made one transaction, like FTX, right? Like just keep going down the line. So this is Token Channel. This was funded by like FTX, 0.098. I have no explanation for this. Like you just keep going. And
they're all FTX.
FTX. I don't know. Like it's just, I've never really seen this before. Like, let's just do one more. Like, how much you want to bet? This is FTX. Oh, 2 FTX.
What token are they sending there?
So I guess they're bridging USDC.
USDC. Okay.
Yeah, they're taking out from FTX and then bridging. Like I want to believe this is either like a fund market making for like, or either providing liquidity to this bridge, because the probability of like all these transactions coming from empty wallets in FTX is probably pretty small. Like I don't want to call out our good friends at Alameda, but like what they used to do is they just used to like transfer like $20 million in one go. Like here, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like $7 million, $8 million or so. So what to keep in mind here is like, okay, like let's say you're like looking for an airdrop. Like, are other people, like who is the makeup of people depositing to this bridge? Like we don't really have a lot of smart money. We have all these like empty wallets. So like clearly either this person is hiding or trying to sybil. And then if you just like look further down the line, like you have all of these super small deposits of like $20 to like $50, right? Like a guy, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. So clearly like people are trying to like gain this. So
interesting. If you check, let's give portfolio another try. It's classic. Because I just want to say perfect timing. We just have updated our transaction history to a readable transaction. So it now looks beautiful, as you can see. It shows like for NFTs, for crypto, exactly what you're up to in like a really easy to understand way. And I was just thinking actually, as you were saying that, like if you're trying to figure out who it is, obviously we have various ways that you can maybe do that, like related wallets. I think we have a similar wallets transaction now, transaction data as well. So you might be able to figure out who maybe one of the wallets are, and they might be the others as well. But yeah, that readable transaction thing is super, super cool. Very underrated as a feature.
Yeah, this is really nice. So yeah, here we can clearly see like, okay, got from FTX to LayerZero Aptos bridge. So it's sort of like something to keep in mind. Like if you're going, yeah, so here is the actual address. Like they're coming in on a Saturday, which, no sleep, no rest for people in crypto. So we'll like let that load to see if, okay, so there's like no other related wallets right now, but
it might be a fresh wallet.
Sorry?
It might just be a fresh wallet if there's literally
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. But we can kind of think about like, yeah, how these people are related, if they are related. So that's like sort of like the LayerZero story here. But what I sort of like to do with hot contracts is like if the standard hot contracts is 7 days. So it's just like really good if, if you just launch a contract and then people start depositing into it. But what I've noticed is like a lot of times people will like start up, like deploy a contract, go out with friends, like show their NFTs off, go to conferences, not do anything. And then like 30 days later, like, oh, I had this contract. Oops, like now I launch it. So if you go to like, if you just like adjust this time, you can always like find sort of like interesting like little things that are trending. So like here you have this like DFX Finance Euro USD liquidity pool. Okay, so then like here you have like Fraxlend, so curves and frax. So like let's say you were like a curve maxi, and you're like, okay, well let's like what is all this money coming in from? And then like so here like DFX Finance is like a currency swap, I believe. So like clearly this is like getting some volume here because like people are depositing in. So you could see like, okay, who's depositing in? So this is like sort of serves as like your sort of like your farming tool. It's like serves like a lot of different purposes, right? Because you can see like, okay, you can sort it by wallet. So like what is like actual like transaction volume coming in versus like what is actually getting in liquidity. So you can use this for like multiple different ways. So like maybe something will be trending on like a lot of people will be using it, but not depositing into it, or maybe people depositing into it, but not using it. So going back to Fraxlend, so you can kind of see like, okay, for all the Frax people out there, like obviously they launched this Fraxlend contract where you essentially like, okay, pretty self-explanatory. So once again, you can go like wallet profiler for token to see like, okay, well, who is depositing? Because we saw here that it was like $7 million or like $8.6 million into Fraxlend. So we can kind of like see what's going on, but like you can see here, like the Curve 5 founder number 1, right, which is probably Michael Uragov. I always say his name wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Michael, if you're watching, but
I've never seen that label before. That's quite cool.
Yeah. Here, I think related wallets should probably work. Yeah. So like you kind of like associate these like Curve 5 pools. Like, okay, so you're like associating the Curve 5 factory. Like it's cool because you can kind of see like everything that they're like working on. Like, so they're probably like using GearBox. They're doing some other Curve things. And then I think if we go to counterparties, like this is obviously like Michael is very busy. He's a very busy guy. There's a lot. Okay, so this is what I like here. So like similar addresses, yeah, this is cool. Not like anything that like really comes out to me.
Maybe we don't have his wallet labeled unless you know already that we do. I don't know.
I think
maybe
you do.
Okay.
Yeah, because yeah.
There we go.
So yeah. So Michael E. Egorov. Sorry, Mike. Yeah, so you can clearly see like this wallet is like interacting a lot with. So that's probably how you got to like Curve 5 founder. So to be honest, like I don't really know how this is working, but essentially like all of the Curve here in this Fraxlend pair is supplied by Mike. So
pretty much all of it.
yeah,
What
pretty
was
much
that?
all.
9, 10, yeah.
And then $16 of Curve. Yeah.
That similar wallets table, actually, if I remember it right, is like it's really cool. We look at like activity from other wallets, so it's not even just like between the two wallets or whatever. We look at other ones that have like similar on-chain activity, so they transact in similar ways or they interact with similar wallets. Really cool, and you can have that on portfolio as well. So I've done it obviously for like Jump wallets, Alameda wallets, and you can then find the other wallets that they own because they all transact in similar ways. I have such a good example and it's gone out of my head. I actually looked at this today and it came up. Oh, I was looking at it for it's classic. I don't mean every episode somehow to talk about penguins, but I was looking at penguins and I was like, who's this wallet? Because they own loads of whatever fishing rods. And I went on their similar addresses and you could figure out who it was from that because they must transact in similar ways. But yeah, that's all I just wanted to say.
This is a Pengu podcast, which is
I swear I don't even mean it. It just naturally happens somehow. But yeah, carry on.
No, thank you. Could you use this to find like people that are farming like similar like farming strategies? Like let's say I was a DGM farmer. Yeah. And I wanted to find other DGM farmers.
Yeah, because they must transact in similar ways. That's probably a good idea. I wonder, especially if you do it on the Nansen main website like you're on now, you get a lot more wallets showing. So you could go through. That's a really good idea. I don't know if it covers it, but it should do.
We could try that right now. This is unscripted. This is Nansen. We're like transitioning podcasts here. We're going
Nansen unscripted.
Yeah, because I have no idea what I'm doing right now. So like my strategy, like I think a question that I got asked a lot is like, how do you find new addresses? And we're gonna like talk about this a little bit with Azuki. But like one of the things you could thank you. That's funny. So like what we did here was we just went to hot contracts and we went to saw like what is like trending. So here you have like GearBox, wrapped staked ether pool. So you can just see like who's putting wrapped stake ether into here. And you can also do this via token movements. I'll actually just show that next. And then just wallet profiler for token, because we want to see like, okay, within this address, who is depositing. And so like immediately what we get is the top person who's deposited is labeled airdrop pro. Beautiful. You couldn't ask for anything better. So now like we kind of like shift gears a little bit. So we want to see like what else they're in. So here like Nansen portfolio is great. Nansen portfolio, sorry, I should be fine every time I mispronounce it.
Oh, I say Nansen as well. Don't worry, the accents.
I have a special bond with Norway. I got engaged in Norway, so I have to say like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have to say it correctly. So like here, like what I would probably do before is like go to another, like now that this is integrated right directly into Nansen, it's really nice because you can just like click out to see, okay, like where are they? You can kind of work backwards with like, how did this person become an airdrop pro? And like, what are they currently in now? This wallet is like astonishing, right? Like,
yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Just so much.
It's a great. You should send me this wallet. It's a great example for the portfolio.
Yeah, you should, yeah. This is what we do. We burn alpha. We leak alpha here. Yeah. So like a lot of Radiant, a lot of so Euler. So like I don't really see like anything like that would sort of like qualify for an airdrop here, maybe not, but like I mean, just like the sheer like amount of things this person is doing is like astonishing. and is like definitely worth like watching this wallet, because like if something does come along, that was just crazy. So yeah, I'd bookmark this wallet. But then we can kind of see.
It's a great example of our multi-chain data as well.
Yes.
I love that wallet. I've just wrote a note down to look at it, because
Stop
it
that
shows
part.
that
You
we
can,
cover
anyone
50
can DM me
chains or
after.
something. Yes, to get the address.
Yeah, so it's like, so I let you, oh, okay. So interesting. Okay. This person deployed a balancer pool. So like, yeah, you could kind of like go into, sort of like shift gears into like, like, I don't like necessarily need to know who this person is. Because it doesn't really matter. Like if I'm just going to follow this person, like as a farmer, I'll probably just like label this person like crazy farmer or something like that. And then like, yeah, you could kind of see like what the counterparties are, but for the most part, like, all right, so actually like this is another interesting thing you can do, right? So you're sort of thinking about like how you can like connect all of these like airdrop pros together. Because like let's say you have like one wallet that got an airdrop, you're probably like using other wallets that got an airdrop. So you can kind of like, so here you see this like other airdrop pro wallet. So you could click on that wallet and like see like, okay, well, where's this person going? And yeah, this just seems to be like a super degen. So yeah, that's sort of like how you, if you have like, the other question I got asked a lot is like, what if I only have 15 minutes, or what if I only have like 20 minutes to spend in Nansen every day? Like, just very quickly going to that, like either going to hot contracts, seeing what's coming up, maybe like teasing out a wallet or two, and then adding it to. So this is like another $2 million wallet right here that like is also farming a lot. It's crazy that these people are different. These are two different wallets.
Might be the same person.
Yeah. Yeah, very similar. Like, I mean, it definitely is the same person, but like,
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Radius.
But it's like funny how like, oh wait, I'm looking at the same wallet. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
It's definitely the same person then.
Okay. This airdrop, no, this is all right. Well, oh well. But you can kind of see what I'm getting at. Yeah. So the other way to do this, like let's say if you just had a regular account, I'm gonna delete these tabs because clearly I'm an idiot. So like what you can do if you don't have if you don't have like a VIP and you just have like a regular account is you can go to token movements, which of course I don't know where it is. And like you can just put in USDC, and you just put in like maybe 2 days or a day, and like let's say we want minimum change of 1,000. What this is going to do is going to show you like over the last like 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, like whatever number of days you want, where tokens are flowing. And so we could do this for like wrap staked ETH as well. Like I mean, this wrap staked ETH is probably not that much happens with this token. Wait, what was that? Wrap staked ETH?
Yeah, WST. That's what we need.
Interesting. That's not.
You're missing the T, Barto. That's
why.
why.
Oh, yeah. See, thank you. Now I'm like spiraling. Okay, so like it's just put like wrap stake ETH in here, and like you can go like 2 days or whatever, and then let's just like 1 ETH. This person should like definitely, this would definitely flow to the top. So this is like another way to do this. You can get to the same answer just by like doing, using like different features.
Yeah, if it would load, that would be helpful. But
Yeah.
I think the
Okay, so
point as
like,
well is you need to find wallets. What I find most helpful is if you like narrow down to a specific token, like we're doing here, and
yeah,
then kind of look at top holders, and then you can follow the trail as we did earlier.
exactly. Yeah, and like like certain things are going to come up. Like people use a lot of USDC, USDT, wrapped ETH. So like already, right? Like okay, GearBox USDC protocol comes up. So now you're like, okay, well, you could go into top depositors, see like who is putting money into this token, and like once again, you have like the smart money coming in. You can like see who they are. So yeah, there's like a lot of different ways that you can get to this answer. And then like I would bet that would be there as well. So it's pretty cool, like how you can just kind of. There's like a lot of other things here to explore, like okay, Gravity Bridge is getting a lot of funds. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of things here to explore.
Yeah, a lot of bridges going on. It seems to be the topic all the time at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Shall we cover, because we're going to run out of time, we've got a lot to do. Do you want to look at, I know you had in your notes, do you want to look at entity billboard and maybe some of the like macro data that we have to kind of look at the whole market? Yeah,
let's do it. So like probably like my favorite feature is entity billboard. The reason why I like this is because it's like a very easy way to just see like what is going on in the crypto space. So like if you think about like crypto as like, like the lowest level is like on a contract level. So like we just did that, right? We just saw like, okay, like what gets traction on the contract level with USDC, USDT, like ETH, etc. You can then like work your way up, like one level up to see like, okay, well, what is happening like on an entity level? And what I mean by entity is like Coinbase, Binance, like NFTs, things like that. So like you're going sort of like up the broad description. So if you want like a very broad look of like what is gaining traction in the crypto space right now, you can come to entity billboard. So this is a day. Like people don't like track this religiously. So if you just go to like 7 days, you can see like, okay, well, obviously this is going to have huge growth because no one was like using this before. But like you can like immediately just like see like airdrop mania. Like, I mean, you literally can't make this up, right?
Starkware, ZK Sync,
ZK Sync, LayerZero, like Arbitrum. And I just want people to think about like data, because like I saw this tweet by someone who was like, ZK Sync, oh my God, another day of like amazing growth. We're amazing. And it's like, I think people are like
airdrops.
People are like not in it for the tech this week.
Yes, yeah. I put a tweet out, actually, it's a good topic. I put a Arbitrum tweet out saying like the people like it, but of course it's just people trying to use it thinking that there's an Arbitrum airdrop coming. So people are trying to transact on it. Of course, I know that in reality. And it will be the same for all these things like LayerZero. I think that's a really interesting list actually right there. Like you said, Stargate even. Starkware. Is there rumors of a Star? Oh no, not Star. I think I'm being stupid. Rumors of a LayerZero token.
So what's funny is
oh
yeah, you said there were rumors.
No, has there been? I haven't really noticed.
Oh yeah, so apparently this like, I'm just gonna change my Twitter handle to like airdrop, just because that's like a keyword you'll get like 20,000 followers from. Someone actually, this was good analysis. So I forget which airdrop Twitter handle it was, but they in the contract in the Stargate, I think it's in the Stargate token contract itself. There's a line in the contract that says like can be used with LayerZero 0x token. And Yeah, this was actually in the contract for a while, and I don't know if we could do this actually. I don't know if I could like find it like really fast, but like if you went to, I think like in the Stargate contract itself, there was like ZRX maybe, or maybe it wasn't here, but it was somewhere like on Etherscan. If you go to like I know there's like a smart contract search feature here. I know we're getting out of our comfort zone a little bit.
It's beyond me.
Yeah.
But you're saying somewhere in there, it looked like there was a potential for another token.
Here we go. So if you just like ZRX, what's stupid about this is like, I don't think you can do spaces. But yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, of course we're gonna get ZRX. But anyways, like if you look into this, more, like you will find that buried in this smart contract search is like a LayerZero token. Yeah, somewhere in here, somewhere on Etherscan. I forget exactly what to search, but yeah, you can probably search it. So I think that's what people, that's what people are looking at. So yeah, this is like, but this is also like a very good, like unfiltered, like this is a good way just to like look at data and not take into account like anyone's like opinions on like, oh, this chain sucks, like, or this chain is good. It's just like, okay, this is the pure data. Like how many people right now are bridging to ZK Sync? Like, or how many people like in the last day have done it? So like, it's not a lot when you think about like in the grand scheme of things, like 40,000. Well, this is addresses actually. So I'm sure there's like 7 or 8 addresses per person, but like it's also a good discovery. So like Orbiter Finance, I don't know what Orbiter Finance is. Like you could go in and see like, okay, well, who's interacting with Orbiter Finance? And then like you could sort this by like smart money, see like, okay, like maybe people are using Frax or something else. So it's like another like good way to see like what's going on in the crypto space without any like Twitter wars, flame wars, anything like that. Just like an honest view of just what's going on.
Yeah, two that were always similar. I think for like 2 months, they pretty much had the identical users, were OpenSea and Uniswap. Just so you can see actually it's quite a good sign of what has become dominant. So they were like neck and neck for ages because I looked at this table for a while, and then yeah, OpenSea has fallen off and lost quite a lot of users. That might just be the NFT market in general, or it might be people moving on to, especially this week, it might be people moving to Blur. Might have lost some users there. But yeah, it's quite an interesting one.
Yeah, like here, I mean, yeah, down 14%, or down 8%, like 30 days over 30 days. I think you could do this by looking at, I forget where gas. Oh yeah, you could probably see this over time in Gas Tracker too. Like, I guess this is like 30, or this is only like a couple days, but yeah, you could, if you came here every day, you could kind of get a sense of like what's driving gas. And if you saw like, see like, yeah, here, like, I don't know what open leverage finance is. Maybe they like launched a new contract, which is taking up a lot of gas. You could sort of like look into that and see what's, so like, there's all these different ways to discover new things.
We did a tweet actually this morning using this gas page.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like the top, I think it was third in the gas like accounts, gas spender accounts was Blur actually. So it's another way of like seeing, like you mentioned, what are people using. So you can see that everyone was using Blur. It doesn't look like it this hour. Yeah, but earlier on they were. So yeah, it's another factor of like looking at the macro stuff. Also, of course, like NFT indexes that we have, and NFT volume, all of this. And then, yeah, we've got all of those tabs as well, Arbitrum, Avalanche, all of this. So we have a lot of data actually for like looking at the market in general.
Yeah, and like the way that I think of this is like, you don't need to come here every day to like Arbitrum or like Avalanche, but like you definitely have to keep a flexible mind of like, okay, here, like now we're sitting at this like in this like 200,000 transactions, but you have to think like, okay, are these like real transactions? Are they like Sybil transactions? Like, what are these transactions made of? And then like if you come into a week, like what does this look? Does this go down again? Does this keep going up? So you kind of have to like keep like an open mind of like how to gauge these protocols. But yeah, I mean, like obviously, like I mean, it's impressive. Like all the airdrop like nonsense aside, like I mean, props to the Arbitrum team for delivering like Nitro that now you used to be at like 30,000, 60,000 transactions, but now you can handle like I mean like 400,000, 500,000 transactions. So
I think Arbitrum, like you said, clearly people are going like thinking that there will be an airdrop, of course. But I think recently Arbitrum has been doing very well, like supplementing that. Of course, we did a thread actually about GMX today. So GMX has been a big driver in like terms of users and all of this transactions. And then they've had like NFTs and things like this. So Arbitrum actually has been doing very, very well.
yeah.
If you could, compare it there even to Optimism, it's
Yeah. So like putting like my analytics hat on, like you want to look at like almost like a chess versus control. So Optimism, they already have a token, and you like obviously you can see here. I think this is when people were claiming their airdrop. But like it has increased, and like people have like are definitely like using the platform. And so like yeah, I mean props to them too. Like I know some people there. Like well done, good job. Nice. You guys
yeah, I
and
see it
gas
on
is like
I see it
what?
on Portfolio quite a lot actually. People must be using Optimism,
Yeah.
uh, but I'm not entirely sure for what for. Uniswap, it looks like, but yeah, people are using it. I think that's a really good bit of evidence as well. Like the token's already out, but the graph still looks very positive.
Yeah. Yeah. People using like some options. So yeah. Um so yeah, like the way that I think about this is like, yeah, come here like ever so often. You don't need to come here like every single day. And then just like poke around what's going on. Like you can look at Solana and how there's a lot of voting contracts.
Yeah, the Solana ones are a bit confusing. I like the colors are nice though on this
They
Solana
are,
section.
yes. They are very nice. I'm just into the colors, really. Uh,
Barto, let's look because we've got 20 minutes. Let's do
yeah.
the Azuki NFTs, and if we
Oh,
can,
yeah.
try and fit in, Reddit
Yeah.
NFTs.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, so Azuki had a skateboard sale. I did not buy one. They were a little expensive, but there's two interesting things to note about this. I don't know how to find. So actually, this contract was trending on just this page right here. So like if you just come to Nansen every day, like spend 5 minutes, you would have saw it like right here, just on the homepage. It was like Nansen Skateboard, or it was like Azuki Skateboard. I would love a Nansen Skateboard, by the way.
Oh, that would be cool.
Um,
Yeah.
that'd be cool. Yeah. So you could just click on it. I don't know how to find it here, but I do know that Ding-a-ling. Oh
We
wait.
don't have ENS.
Oh
I
yeah,
wish, that we did,
yeah.
but we don't. If you go on Azuki and then top holders, you'll find.
Yeah. That's so sad. I know like 12 ways to find this person. So Dingaling was a purchaser of one of the golden skateboards, and I think Azuki tweeted out like, "Oh, who bought it?" But there's like a couple interesting things about this. It's like one, if you are trying to track like NFT wallets and oh wait, balances. Sorry, that's a little misleading. Owners, versus balances. So you can see like who interacted with this auction contract, because there were a lot of bidders on it. And if you wanted to like track more NFT, wait, I know what I need. I need to get the contract itself. So the way you do this is like you see like, okay, okay, so here you go, like bid right here. And I think the contract is not labeled in Etherscan, but if you go back into Wallet Profiler and just put this contract in, yeah, Azuki Golden Skateboard. So what was interesting is I think it lists, if you just go to counterparties, it lists all the people who interacted with, like who placed bids on this skateboard. I don't know like the mechanics of how the smart contract works. And like, I assume that you like bid, you put your ETH in and you get it back if you don't win or something like that.
Maybe they take your ETH anyway. I think
yeah,
they do it
something like that. I'm not a smart contract expert. Please flame me on Twitter and feel like he's an idiot. He doesn't know anything about smart contract. So you can see like ding-a-ling here. So they won. But here you get this like nice list of people who are also bidded on the skateboard and probably have like a lot of money. So like here you have like a smart money person. And like you could just set a smart alert for, maybe like the top smart money bidders. Cause like obviously like the people that lost in the auction, like they may have a lot of money to spend and they, maybe pick up another NFT, or you just want to follow like a top, follow a top holder. So these two people, I think they're actually related. I'm going to actually click on two separate people this time and not show my stupidity. But
the same person.
Yeah. Oh, there's the same person because it's the same address. Yeah, great. Well done, Alberto. So 1016.eth, a very nice ENS address. You can kind of see like this person has very like pretty blue chip NFTs. So they like Azuki, they have a Punk, Bored Ape Yacht Club, they have a Bean. They're pretty like diversified in the blue chip area. But if you just like keep going down, like let's say you just set a smart alert for this person, like I think the other wallet, like you can see them buying like, like other NFTs that are not $1.5 million. And what I like about this wallet is that it's not like you're not going to get an alert every single hour. One of the things I like to kind of like benchmark is like how often am I going to get an alert if I set one. So you can kind of see here, like, maybe you'll get one once a day or like once every few days, which is nice. The other thing I want to say, and I don't think anyone listens, I don't think any NFT project has ever listened to me about this, but you can see this person is like moving up, well, I want to say like the Azuki loyalty ladder. So like if you're a project, so if you're Azuki, hello Azuki, I'm Barto. Let's work together. You can see like this person is selling their lower NFTs and they're buying more expensive ones. Now, they could be like wash trading. I don't know. Haven't looked into this that much, but like this, if you think about like this address is like clearly accumulating more expensive Azuki NFTs and wants to be like almost like a trophy holder of the NFT of like the Azuki NFTs, because like they bought I don't think this is the this could be the skateboard. No, this isn't the skateboard, but they bought like 150 ETH.
It's just a rare one, yeah.
But and then they sold like these lower ones. So if you think about like Azuki, like if you think about like the marketing team of Azuki, like you would want to understand like who owns your NFTs and like which address is like could be like an influencer, if you will. Like Pudgy Penguins has a lot of good people, shout out to all the people, that may be on this Nansen, nonsense. Who knows, but it's good to like understand like who owns the NFTs and like what are people doing with them, so you can sort of like build relationships with these people, because obviously like you can't build a relationship with every single Azuki owner, but you know, like if this person owns 10 of the top 50 Azuki NFTs, like, you know, you may want to give them a call. You may want to send them a t-shirt, or maybe do something nice for them, throw an event. So that's like sort of like my putting like my marketing hat on. Like no one ever listens to me about this, so I'm just gonna keep saying it until someone DMs me.
They
It's
might
like,
do, yeah.
yeah. So if anyone knows Suzuki, I'll like I'll like just work for free. Like just DM me. But like, so this is another address. This is a similar address. This is not the same address. But you can see here, like 35 days ago, like they bought this like weirdo ghost gang NFT. I don't think they made money off of it, but you are getting some NFT buys of, you know, like moderately priced NFTs. It's not just like this person bought an ape, right? I think this person is actually like the largest holder of Weirdo Ghost Gang.
Okay.
Or the second largest holder. So,
Yep.
you know, a way to collect addresses and be a CRM marketing analyst at the same time.
I really like this, by the way. I never really thought about it. I was thinking, like, what could you take from that golden skateboard auction? But that's such a good idea. If you just like look at the contract on Nansen, and then we have all the people that were bidding, you can then like follow all these people. That's such a good idea. And actually, just by coincidence, because we were looking at Dingaling, I was going to do a tweet the other day, but for whatever reason, I haven't put it out yet or won't put it out. But I was looking at the Dingaling's like wallet, because to me, I see Dingaling, and maybe everyone else does, as just like a collector. It doesn't really sell, or he or she doesn't really sell things. But if you look there, so I think they spent 3,000 ETH in total, around that. And then their estimated portfolio value, 4,000 if you round. Estimated portfolio value is like 14,000. So even as a collector, he's still massively up if he was to sell, he or she was to sell what he's got. So I thought, Dingaling is a massive Chad in the NFT space, to be honest. Like even as a collector, he's still 4x on the investment, which is crazy.
And this person has, or entity has, a bunch of like also non-ETH NFTs. Like they have a bunch of NBA Top Shot that are like absurdly valuable. Like, yeah.
They're so good at finding stuff. Someone like really just to watch. I know they buy a lot of like one of one stuff and they collect, but even by doing that, they've still managed to find like the best collections pretty much every time. Really, really impressive.
Yeah, there's like this interesting, I know we may not have time to cover it, but like there's this interesting sort of like segmentation of NFTs. Like if you think about like profile pictures, like obviously like everyone, that's like where people make a lot of money. That's like where the communities start. But there's also, like these one of one NFTs, or like these NFTs are like very small sizes. And like one of the things I saw the other day was like this collection, Sabotage. The art is really cool. Like in it for the art, and like props to this artist, Kim Assendorf. You can DM me, I can do analytics for you. But this like wallet the other day, like Osprey NFT Fund, they actually tweeted about this. I didn't see this on Nansen, but you could just label this wallet. They bought like 2 of them.
Okay.
And like I'm not exactly sure, like, oh yeah, so you can see like
El Volt. Is that you, El Barto, at the top?
No, that is not me. That would be funny though. I mean, I don't like to pump my own bags on this. I never pump my own bags on the show. Although I do own some Beanstalk NFTs, but that just destroyed. I did cover Beanstalk, and like a week later,
I remember.
And I was like, never again am I talking about a position on this show.
Find that wallet, by the way. We should label that. We haven't done that in a while.
It's actually pretty easy because I think their counterparties are just like Osprey Fund. I think it's actually Medium Dex Trader.
Okay.
And actually, if you just go to this wallet like on OpenSea, I think that it just shows as like for some reason there's a disconnect between this and her I don't know how OpenSea like labels addresses, but this is like you'll see like Osprey Fund on it.
Oh, okay. We should have that then.
Yeah. It could show up here on
Osprey
oh yeah, here you go.
at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but this is clearly like an Osprey wallet because it sends it to the Osprey vault. It's called like Osprey Vault. But this is it. Yeah. So this is really cool, right? So like this similar address tool, like you can clearly see like this is connected.
That's a really good example actually of that.
Yeah. And you can also do this in wallet pair profiler, like Osprey NFT. This is actually really like, this is nice, right? Because this filters out like all of this. I would actually bump this higher if I was in charge.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point actually.
Chief Alpha Officer, CAO, you should bump this up.
Let's look at it. I want to see the NFT now you've built it up.
Oh yeah. Now that I've like hyped it up so much.
Yeah.
This collection is like pumping and I'm losing out on millions of dollars. So I could just go to OpenSea and then
there'll be a link.
Yeah, there'll be a link. But I guess like my point here is it's like they I don't know like what their strategy is. Like Osprey, like I respect them. They're great. But they're clearly going for like a different strategy of like buying like more art type of work. Can you see this like move around?
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Oh, quite cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. I'm a fan. And so there's only 264 of them. So it's like, and hey, if you want to buy this right now, you can immediately send the floor to 2 ETH. So tell them El Barto sent you. But so like clearly, like if you think about like art, right? And if you're like an art collector, this is like a much different strategy of buying low print art that is versus like 10,000 doodles. So, because this is like, there's no like network effects really of this, right? Like if the more people that own doodles, the more the community grows, the larger it is, blah, blah, blah. But this is like buying art for like art's sake. Like I could see this in a museum. And so like when I think like MoMA announced that they were going to start like buying NFTs. Like I could see them buying this versus like, I don't think they're going to buy a doodle. I mean, they'll buy Pudgy Penguins because like, you know, but
of course they will. I think there's definitely this market for NFT art. It kind of goes under the radar that people don't really look at much. But I always look at Nansen. I see like some random art collection that's going up that obviously no one's talking about. It's because, as we always say, supply is very low. You can move the floor very easily. It's just quite illiquid. So you have to wait a while to find a buyer.
Yeah, exactly. So, but like if you're a fund, you can wait like some time. Like yeah.
Okay. Shall we look at? We've got 5 minutes. We're gonna speed run.
Yeah, Polygon NFTs. 5 minutes.
Yes.
I have not looked at this at all. I have no comment on what this means, but I can make things up as I go.
I have looked at it. Let's do the top collection, the spooky season. This is the one that very, very top.
Spooky season. Oh, can I just click on this?
Yeah. Okay. So all day.
So here, you're just
was
saying
it
like
yesterday? Yeah, I think it was 2 days ago. Everyone was talking about Reddit NFTs because I don't know why, but this is what happens in crypto and NFTs. Some reason things pick up. What's the word? I can't even speak. Take off. So they were. Everyone was like buying these gold versions and whatever. So I put a tweet out earlier. I was just looking at the profit leaderboard for this collection. Is it that person? Maybe I was on a different time. Let's go on that person. But someone made a ton. I think I might have been on 30 days then, because that's way more than I saw. Someone bought like 4 of these NFTs, the gold versions, and then one day later sold them all for like, I think it was 9,000 USD into 50,000 USD or something like that. The top one there, I think it's that one.
The high balance.
Yes, let's try that. It always feels like in crypto and NFTs, there's always a way of making like a lot of money from a relatively small amount, but somehow it never happens to us, or never happens to me, or rarely does anyway. But yeah, this is a very good example of that.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, like volume, like just the price takes off.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. And what's funny is like this was in the known universe, like, or was this new, or this collection?
Relatively.
Yeah.
There were people buying these Reddit NFTs for really low prices because no one was talking about them.
Yeah.
And I think people even minted them for free, I'm guessing, from Reddit. And then now have suddenly made $10,000 or something. Now they love NFTs.
Yep. Us people, we just have to grind these office hours out. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, so there's always opportunity, and this is actually just a really good, really quick showcase of us adding Polygon NFTs, which happened yesterday, if I'm getting time right.
Yeah. So this is the high balance person you were talking about. Oh yeah, pretty much flipped like.
Yeah, if you go down even further, I think this is the person. Yes, it is. If you go filter by spooky, just type spooky in on the filter. Here we go.
Yeah, 3 days ago.
And then sold them all for like 5 times the price. And someone mentioned, how do you know they're not just selling it to themselves? But from what I could see, it didn't look like that at all. Like, I recognize that OX Wave person, unless it's him or her. And then also, I went on each individual item, and they were buying these, like, I don't know, did you see them, Barto? They're like golden Reddit.
No, I didn't know.
Oh, you somehow missed it. My whole timeline was Reddit NFTs. So they must have spotted this gold one early, bought 4 of them, and then flipped it into 50 grand. And I'm not sure what they did with the money after that. Maybe
Penguins. They just bought penguins.
Or they degened it into something, lost it all. That's the natural progression.
Yes, that is the natural progression. So yeah, this is nice. Like, clearly you can see like the spike in volume and users.
Yeah, I think because we do this data, like macro data for these chains, I think you'd have to wait for this week to close out. And then I'm guessing that we'll see a big spike in volume because or a massive spike, I'd guess.
Like right here,
So we'll find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the super quick speed through. A little example of someone making money and me crying inside, refusing to buy.
Should we look at Penguins in the minute we have left? I mean,
you can with 1 minute you can. I promise I didn't ask for this. Yeah.
No, he didn't. I'm just doing it. I'm looking at Penguins. So actually, like, the one thing I will say about Pudgy Penguins is the amount of people that have owned them for a while is very high. And I've graphed this before. If you look at like Bored Apes or like other collections, like a lot of people have like sold them, come in and out. I think you could, these are actually like new, newer. Yeah. There's a lot of people that are like diamond handing Pengus, and I respect the community for that. So like, I don't have one. Maybe I'll buy one someday. But like, you can see like 40% of people like, okay, this is really great, right? So 77, so like 30, first off, 37% of people have owned it for 1 to 2 years. I challenge you to bring me a higher collection of ownership. And yeah, like here you go, like 90 to 30, that's pretty good. Like if you looked at this for Doodles, I don't think this would be as high.
I think with with penguins, there's a lot of factors. So obviously there's 9x9 owns, I think, 200 of them. A lot of people have lost penguins. Three Arrows Capital own 44 of them or something like that. Yeah, in the wrapped penguins. So they might be sold eventually. And then there's also just the guilt of, can you sell a penguin? So yeah, I think people get attached to it.
I would host the Pudgy Penguin auction of 3AC at my house. I would just invite people over. Like, if it's not at Sotheby's, let me know, because I'll have people over. I'll make.
I would be there. Yeah, I'm sure Alex would be there.
Like, what do penguins eat? I'll make like all the dishes. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very, very cool. Yeah, I'm guessing they're going to do it. So if anyone wants to OTC some penguins, I would assume that 3AC are going to be selling them eventually, maybe for a good price.
Yeah, Kyle Davies, contact me.
You want to buy one?
Yeah, no, just like, I'll host the auction. Come to my house. It'll be in person. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah, I think it's a
too much.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic with the penguins. I think, yeah, like I said, created too much attachment. Now no one wants to sell, which is, I guess, good. The price. I'm not shilling penguins. Buy whatever you want. I'm just presenting the data. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. It's so nice to have you on.
Thank you.
So nice everyone to listen. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to do your own on-chain discoveries and do these amazing things that Barto does, you can by signing up to Nansen for yourself, hopefully with the link below. And I think that is it. I'm going to go check out that Golden Skateboard wallets, and also that wallet that you looked at on Portfolio. So that's my task after this.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so everyone, enjoy the rest of your week. I need to go to sleep. It's late here. And that's it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. See ya.